Hello, YouTube. There we go. What's up? We just got going here. Apu hug, you know what? Yes. Tooth hurty, I'm taking pain meds. Well, still, happy birthday, Dahlia. Hope you're doing well. Aside from the tooth hurty. Aside from that. Aside from the hurty tooth. That's never fun. That's never fun. Never fun. Pop, 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 pop. So, how is everyone tonight? Are y'all having a good day, yeah? Y'all having a good day? I hope so. I hope so. I had a pretty good one. Can't complain too much. Shoulder feels better, so shoulder feels a lot better. Thank God nothing popped. Thank God. So today, Midnight had their developer panel, and I want everybody to just zoom in when I say this. I want everybody to zoom in when I say this. There's about to be a massive surge of people coming over to WoW. Because holy shit, bro. I mean, god damn. Oh, goody. No. This is a good thing. This is a good thing. The general reception is that people are very, very excited. They are very, very excited. The hype is real. It is very, very real. But before I get into that, I have to address something. Discourse in the Final Fantasy XIV community today. I know, I'm as shocked as you are. Complete and utter discourse in the 14 community today, to the shock of not so many. But today, a big mod got taken down via a cease and desist by Square Enix. And pretty sure it was them anyway. I'm fairly certain it was them. Because of two reasons. One, the person that was running the mod doxed themselves, and so lawyers were able to get a hold of where they were and issue them a cease and desist. So that wasn't smart. That wasn't smart. Now, I do feel bad for them. I do. Because they put a lot of hard work into this mod. They did. I do feel bad for them. I do. Well, they doxed themselves because their personal information was in the GitHub where you get this mod. And again, I feel bad for them. I do. Here's where my sympathy ends. Yes, I'm going to look at the housing show. No, I'm going to look at the developer panel, Kyle, over on YouTube. I'm looking at the developer panel. Bear with me. Bear with me, chat. Patience. It's the key to life. Here's where my sympathy ends. 14 players that choose to mod their shit. Come here. He fucking warned you. He fucking warned you. You have been told, all players in 14 that use mods have been told time and 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 time again. You don't know nothing about mods. You don't say nothing about mods. It's Fight Club. It's Fight Club. You have to treat it as such. Yoshi P and them acknowledged that, yeah, people use mods. It is against terms of service. But they were willing to look the other way. They were willing to look the other way, as long as people weren't being stupid about it. Because regardless of how you feel about being able to modify a game, regardless of how you feel, the truth of the matter is this. It's their game. It's their house. It's their rules. So people are not happy that this particular mod got taken down. And some of them have taken to screaming in the streets of Ul'dah and Limsa about it and throwing a fit in-game. So it's like, oh, you're drawing more attention to mods. And then they went on... This is where the unhinged part of this started. Then they went on Final Fantasy XIV's Twitter and started harassing and screaming at them there. Then they started to review bomb the game on Steam. So as far as the latter is concerned, what is that going to do? It's like, what were you hoping to accomplish by doing that? Like, what were you really? What are they hoping to accomplish with this? Oh, you review bombed a game because they exercised their legal right to take down a mod where it states in their terms of service that this kind of thing is not allowed. I mean, okay. Like, they didn't commit a wrong here, guys. And also, screaming and cussing them out and threatening them and doing this kind of shit on Twitter. Screaming about it in game. When, what have we said? The thing about mods in 14 is zip it. The mod, his name is Mayor. And what it does is if you modify your character cosmetically, it's like a sharing app in there or something like that allows you to see other players, like different cosmetics and stuff like that are modded into the game. Otherwise, you can't see them. I was trying not to speak the name over and over again, but you forced my hand. And so the thing is that Drethin just resubbed for 33 months on Twitch, and I greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much. Happy Thursday, my dude. Capwell, I'm mostly kidding. You're fine. You're not in trouble. You're not in trouble. You're not in trouble. Nobody's in trouble. But, so it's just like, so you're screaming and throwing a fit. You're saying now the game's gonna die. I've even seen some people say like that's like 70% of the player base, and I'm like, it's really not. You know, it's really not. It's really not. And so the reaction to this has just been unhinged. It's like, yeah, they haven't learned anything. A very small vocal fraction mostly. Well, it's mostly RP realms, which I have to say, it's not a very small group. It's not the majority, but it is also not a small group because these kinds of mods are mostly used on RP realms. And the two biggest RP realms in 14 are huge. So I wouldn't say it's a small group of people that have been affected by this. Quite a number of them have. But the fact that this has been the response has just been absolutely astounding. Even the person that created another mod called Text Tools is like, y'all, mods are a privilege. They're not a right. You're not entitled to these. Look, you're not. They're a privilege. And the only reason that you have basically been allowed to use these mods is because Yoshi P allowed you to. It's because they allowed you to. That's it. Square Enix does not owe, and I know people are not big on, don't stand with the company or the corporation, but I'm sorry. Square Enix has every right to utilize the action that they have used, which has been a cease and desist. Like, it's a good, honestly, it's a good thing that it was a cease and desist instead of a straight up you're going to court. You know? You think Yoshi P will change his stance on mods now? I mean, he could. It's possible. He warned everyone. He warned everyone. You better stop it. He did. He really did. But here is where I want to talk to the modding community and just be completely for real with people. And not only that, but people that rely so heavily on mods in 14. And I'm just being for real. It's not the end of the world, guys. I understand it's fun to dress your characters up and do cosmetics. I get that. I really do. Half the fun of an RPG game is to stylize your characters. And yes, and I'm going to say this, and I don't think anybody can disagree with me. The point of mods is to show where a game is lacking on things. This is true. It is. 14 is lacking in a lot of areas. But the fact remains is that not only that, but it's like I said a minute ago. Nobody is entitled to use mods on 14. It's their house. I said this before. It's their house. It's their rules. You do not own Final Fantasy 14. You don't. Nobody does except Square Enix. It's their house. You are just paying rent to stay there. That's it. You're paying rent. You don't own it. You don't nothing. You don't. Like, I own this cassette copy of the Ghost Skeleton album right here. This is mine. Nobody can legally take this from me. It's mine. I paid for it. It's mine. Probably the only people that could maybe try to take that from me are Ubisoft because they want you to destroy your property. But you don't own anything in 14, guys. Even stuff you purchase from Mog Station. They could shut the game down tomorrow. You will not get your money back and you will not keep that thing. That, unfortunately, is the price you pay when it comes to not just online digital stuff, but also when it comes to live service games. 14 is not going to be around forever. It will one day eventually shut down. It will. And guess what? Everything you did in that game is going to go away. It's just how it is. It's the nature of live service online games. Now, I hope that's not for a very long time. It's sad but true. It's the nature of live service, guys. It's the nature of it. Nothing is guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed. Nothing is ever guaranteed, especially when it comes to online service games. They will inevitably shut down. Inevitably, they all do. Because they can't keep up, or they can't afford to keep it going, or they've moved on to something else. It's so... And I understand that some people are also using a specific mod. The mod that Raptor-chan, or what Raptor-chan is referring to, this is not what Mare was doing. This is not what Mare is doing. Yeah. Yeah. Like, this is not what Mare was doing. Mare is just sharing your cosmetic looks with other players. But what she's talking about, whereas the mod that was not only utilizing Skirt mod station item purchase, it was also a possible data leak using the mod scanning. Again, that's not what Mare did. Mare did not do it. There are mods that do that, but Mare is not one of them. Okay. Yeah, it's a sync service. Yeah. Yeah, it's a sync service, basically, yes. But It wasn't? I was told if you scanned your mods to recognize what you had installed. Yeah, it recognizes what you have as far as cosmetic mods are installed, yes. But as far as, like, it doing that, like, it, like... Hang on, let me find my words. Mare just synced up what your other cosmetic mods were. That's all it is. That's all it is. It doesn't have the mods itself. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't have the mods itself. It's just it's like a giant sync shell. It's like a giant sync shell, basically. You can either pair up with one or two people or like with a group. Something like that. So they can see what your character looks like. Because if you didn't use Mare, but you were using cosmetic mods, nobody could see what your character had. Nobody could see it. You had to be a part of that sync service so you could see it. So, but yeah, it wasn't actually like data farming to see like stuff from Mog Station or stuff like that. Like Mare was not doing that. No. So the biggest thing that just kills me about it is though has been just the response from the community that are just acting like they are just entitled to this. And I'm like, you most certainly are not entitled to this. You're not. And them getting mad at Square Enix for exercising their legal right to do this is just insane to me. It's just insane to me. 14 community's gotten so stuck up their ass. They kind of have. And it's been a growing trend over the last almost 2 years. If you had asked me 4 years ago what's one of the best communities I've been a part of, I would have told you 14. Starting 2 years ago, I can't say this anymore. Like, the 14 community has gotten very strange. They've gotten very, very strange. Their toxicity, positive toxicity, angry, strange. They've gotten very strange. Self-righteous, just strange. I really feel like they have just gotten strange. And some people might say, like, oh, well, that's because the WoW players came over. I'm like, no, it's not. It's not. You know, it's just the community itself has really gotten strange. It really has. It's not the welcoming place that I knew it was in Shadowbringers. It's not. It's really not. WoW players went back to WoW during this time. Well, I hate to say it, but the WoW community has gotten a lot better. Like, good God, it's gotten a lot better. People are, like, happy with their game again. And I really think a lot of some of the discontent, I know some people might say, oh, top dog content creators, and that could probably be a factor in stemming public perception of things. But I do think, really, starting with after the 0.0 MSQ and Endwalker, I think people started to see the problems with the game, and that there was some repetitious, not fun stuff about Final Fantasy XIV. And so when public perception of something becomes something critical and in some cases negative, eventually it starts to shift towards that more and more and more and more. And then when Dawn Trail happened, the general consensus was Dawn Trail is bad. Now, it did not have a good start. Wuklamot was very overbearing, but I also have to say this. Criticisms against Dawn Trail aside, I will say this. And you don't have to believe me on this at all, but I noticed this going into Dawn Trail. I noticed this. Online, people online, more and more and more, especially in the last year, more people are comfortable being grifters, being ass clowns, and just saying heinous shit and spreading heinous shit. I will say that this is true. Now, I'm not saying that this is in relation to the actual criticisms of Dawntrail as a game. It's not. It's not. But let me tell you, you know what I heard mostly, for the most part, when Dawntrail first dropped? I didn't hear... I did hear, yeah, the MSQ wasn't very good. You know what I mostly heard? Woke Lamont, woke Lamont, woke Lamont. Oh my god, get this trans stuff out of here. Woke Lamont, woke Lamont. And let me tell you, that shit got obnoxious as fuck. It did, bro. It did. It really did. And that caught fire. And more people started to be comfortable acting this way towards a certain demographic of people. The thing is, that demographic of people, nothing to do with Dawntrail. But also, it's just the general consensus among gamers as a whole right now. So many people are just so okay with being negative and doomsaying about everything. It's like they're comfortable with it. And I have a kind of a tinfoil hat theory of why this is. And this does have to do with Twitter. Now, some people might say like, oh, Twitter, whatever. It's just Twitter. It's not just that. It's one of the biggest social media platforms on the world. Just about everybody uses it every day. I mean, look, you can't get away from it, guys. You used to come to your computer at home to do social media in the 2000s, but now you can't get away from it. You can't. What do you do on Twitter? Well, ever since you've been able to make money to get a blue check mark and make money by just saying whatever the fuck you want, more people have gotten comfortable with grifting, spreading false narratives, saying heinous shit just to get clicks. More people have gotten comfortable with that. And what spreads like wildfire more than anything? Not good news, bad news. Negativity, warmongering, fear-mongering, things that like media on TV thrive off of. People have gotten so comfortable doing this that it's almost just second nature now on social media. And I really think that especially with some big top name grifters with a large following, have really affected gamers' behaviors toward things. Now, on the other side of the coin, there is this, and this is where I do sympathize with gamers. In the last 10 years, corporations have done everything they possibly could to squeeze every dime out of you with over-monetizing their games, and gamers are exhausted with it to the point that even with their companies the companies that they have had very beloved games they've gotten from, or, like Blizzard, Square Enix, Capcom, Activision, a lot of these companies that have been around for so long have been doing these practices. And gamers are very exhausted with it. How many games in the last 10 years have come out and it turns out it's not what it seemed, and it turned out to be just another way to funnel in microtransaction money? The answer is too many. The answer is too many. And I think it's really a combination of those things. So, in that respect, I do understand the exhaustion that so many gamers have with companies. So the first thing they do is probably to respond negatively, because it's hard to hope for good things when so much bad has happened. I get it. I really get it. And Lord knows we've all been there. Look at Diablo 4 last year. Look at Diablo 4 last year. That game is dead now. Like, a complete disappointment. Nothing like we expected. You know? And that's just to name a few. Or just things that they keep shoveling in our faces. Call of Duty again. You know? The same things over and over and over again. So I understand where the exhaustion and the negative feelings in video gaming come from. I do. It's a combination of grifters have just become so mainstream now on YouTube and Twitter and things like that. And also just gamers' general distrust towards these companies that have been around for so long. Like Roblox is on fire right now. Exactly. So in that regard, I do get it. But at the same time, when it comes to this whole thing with the mods of 14, before I went on that little tangent there, when it comes to that, y'all, screaming at them, cursing at them, and review bombing their game, that does not fix this situation. It doesn't. It does not fix this situation, and it's not going to fix this situation because they are in their legal right to do so. They are. It sucks. But at the same time, he did warn you. I mean, he fucking warned you. So, I don't know what's going to happen going forward with that. I saw when it came to the 14 community how strange it's gotten. When I saw the reaction from them today, I was just like, bro, I don't know if I want to be around y'all. Holy shit. Y'all getting too weird for me. That's all I'm saying. I love 14. I want it to succeed. But this community is getting fucking weird. That's all I'm saying. And now, with that little tangent out of the way. Hang on once. With that little tangent out of the way, let's do something. You ready to do something? They laughed at how toxic WoW used to be, and now they've become what they mocked. Yeah. Kind of, yeah. Kind of, yeah. You know, and it is a sad situation. It is. It sucks. It really does. But now for something completely different. Let's go to here, shall we? Let's go to here, shall we? Let me back up to the very beginning there. Oh, yeah. Sound check. Let me sound check real quick. Here you go. Let me know how that sounds to all of you. As soon as it loads. How's that sound? Cool. Loud and clear. Very good. Do I think Yoshi P checked out WoW player housing? The 14 dev team plays WoW. The 14 dev team plays WoW. And here's the thing when it comes to that. Here's what they need to do. Tear the housing system down in 14 and rebuild it. And do what WoW is doing. Because what WoW is doing with the housing system coming up here, y'all, just from what I've seen before this, is just solely fucking shit. Now, allow me, chat, Would you like a palate cleanse? Would you like a palate cleanse? I want everybody to breathe. You ready? Everybody, breathe. Not that one. This one. This one. Did that cleanse your palate? Hold on. Let me give you another one. You ready? I'm gonna give you the best one. I'm gonna give you the best one. You ready? I'm gonna give you the best one. The absolute best one. Are you ready, chat? Not that one. Not that one. Where is it? Nope, not that. Oh, there we go. There's your palate cleanse. There you go. There's your palate cleanse. You know what? Here, you can have this one too. You ready? Well, not that one. Wait. That's the good shit. Wait. Wait. It's another one. Wait, no, this one. Oh, that goes so hard. That goes so hard. What is that? That was OG Xbox a minute ago. Oh, that is so good. God, 360 was peak. God, 360 was peak, man. It was so good. It was so good. 360 was so fucking peak. I swear to God, dude. It was so peak. And even you never even owned a 360. You still have nostalgia. I know, right? I know, right? Hold on. Let's see. AVGN 2 bits. Hey, God. Here you go. You ready?
Wow. Look at how badass this game is. Yeah, this is the hot shit right here. You'd be so cool going around wearing this thing. Yeah, you'd be walking around school and you got this on and everybody else is talking
Who had a Tiger wristwatch? Not me!
about what the new hot game system is going to be. Nintendo 64, the Bit Wars. 64 bits, 32 bits, 16 bits, 8 bits, 4 bits, 2 bits, 1 bit, half bit, quarter bit, the wrist game!
Oh my God. Oh, AVGN. Oh, man. Here. Chat. Breathe. Coveted, thank you for that $50 super chat. Holy shit. What'd you say? I hope you're feeling better. Just finished my... Yes, I'm good. Second ever clear of Mana Forge, my new Void Elf DK. Midnight might be a new favorite expansion if it's after a good shout. Oh, hell yeah. Now, what was I doing? Yes, thank you so much, dude. Now, breathe. Thank you for the follow. Breathe. Here, hold on. Breathe a little deeper. Breathe a little deeper. Life is not that bad. It's tough, but you can always make it one more day. Yes, you can. Yes, we're vibing out here before we check out this WoW stuff. Go into your mind and just zero out. Just let it go, man. Just let it go. Did that tickle your taints? Yeah, I hope so. You know why? Because I want you to take all that stuff you just breathed in, all that zen you just gathered, and now I want you to laugh.
Sleep in heavenly peace. 1, 2, 3.
Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? Wait. Oh, God. Oh, my God. So good. You'll bury the light over this. You know what? Hush. You can take this. Anybody that was around in 93, you know what this is! Das. But wait. What is he loading up? Yes! The big motherfucker. God. Ah, das. Good times. Good times. Good times. Can it hack into certain CRN though? Maybe. I don't know. The game that can't be ran on everything. It's true.
And then I just
It's true. It's completely and utterly true. And you know what? It was a beautiful thing then. It's a beautiful thing now. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I think this is one of those Aliens intros. Doom. Doom, baby. Doom. Doom. Oh, do y'all want to see something like really weird? Check this shit out. Check this shit out. What if it was Star Fox on or Super Nintendo, but it was 60 FPS? This slightly unsettles me. Put it back! It's a little too smooth. Oh, wait, we're after. I'm going to make it even more weird. Look at the launching sequence. You ready? You ready? You ready? You ready? Look how smooth this shit is. You ready? Here it is. That is just unsettling. You hate it. You hate it. Do you hate here's OG. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Here, I'll make it better. I'll make it better. Here you go. Ah, my beautiful 20 FPS. Yes. Okay. Now that we've had our fun, let's have some fun. Let's see what these devs have to say about Midnight. Alas, my darling. Let's go.
Please join me in welcoming Ian Hazacostas and Marie Hamilton for the World of Midnight. Give it up!
I love their stage setup they have here.
Guten Tag und herzlich willkommen. Thank you, Gamescom. Thank you for coming out for this panel where we're going to talk about the world of Midnight, the story, the zones, the cultures, and the places that you'll go. I'm Ian Hazacostas, Game Director on WoW.
Hi, I'm Maria Hamilton, Associate Design Director on WoW. I'm super happy to be here.
And so today we're going to talk about story, cultures, delves, dungeons, and raids.
Hell
so let's
yeah.
kick things off with a quick recap of the stories so far, what brought us here. So we began the World Soul Saga around a year ago and began telling the largest, most ambitious story we've ever tried to tell in World of Warcraft. It all began with whispers, visions that the champions of Azeroth were beginning to experience, that ultimately led Thrall and Anduin, among others, to, a certain sword in a certain place. We investigated, we tracked those visions down, and ultimately they led us to the mysterious land of Khazalgar, where we deployed the floating city of Dalaran.
And
that
then we
didn't go
lost
so
it.
well. We were in fact ambushed by Xal'atath and her Nerubian allies, where Xal'atath wielded the Dark Heart artifact to drain the power of Dalaran, capturing Khadgar as well.
Oh, I love her.
The city.
I love her.
Over the course of our adventures, Xal'atath thwarted us several times, but Ilaria was able to ultimately perceive the power and the importance of the Dark Heart. She struck out at it, damaging it. This severely disrupted Xal'atath.
He's too close to the mic. The sound, I was warned ahead of time, the sound setup they have here is not very good, so it's not completely his fault.
Zalath's plans, as well as freeing
Yes,
Khadgar,
my
who
life
was
food for
mortally
the
wounded,
Naifu.
and
That's
Anduin
right.
was able to step in and save him. But that disruption led Zalatath to seek out the aid of one Gallywix. Now, the Dark Heart is this incredibly powerful artifact, originally crafted by Neltharion with the aid of the goblins. So who better than some goblins to repair the damage? But she should have found some more trustworthy goblins. Because Gallywix, of course, had a plan of his own.
He's a bitch!
And the Dark Heart ended up falling into the hands of Shadowguard Ethereals, who aimed to use it to bring back the Void Lord Demencius.
Yes.
A threat so great that it even forced Zalatath
Yes, Dahlia.
to set aside her goals and work with us for a time to stop his rise and the inevitable devouring of all worlds. Now, we have defeated Demencius, at least on story mode, Raid Finder, normal, and heroic. I think Echo is actually working on Mythic around 25 minutes from here right now. So is Method and Liquid.
Good luck.
But would you believe that upon Demencius' defeat, Zalatath was not, as it turns out, on our side?
We knew that was coming.
And so she claimed the power of the Void Lord Demencius, ascended to become one of the most powerful beings the cosmos has ever known. And now, as we move into midnight, she is set to launch an assault that will plunge our world
There are trustworthy goblins? Yes. If you're not Gallywix.
into darkness, that will extinguish all light unless we stand against it.
God, that
All right,
cinematic
well,
was
let's
so
start
peak.
off talking about our heroes and our foes. So starting off, we've got Turalian, Erator, and Ilaria.
Erator, I love your armor, and yeah, you bulky and your tattoos are badass, but homie, that haircut is ass.
We've been following Ilaria's journey for a bit here. We know about her feelings about Zalatath, and she was right all along. We also have Turalian, her husband, who will be an important part of Midnight.
Good, I like
as a
Turalian.
representative of the light. So at the very end of the cinematic there, when we see the light coming in response to Liadrin's prayer, the Army of Light.
I told you that was the Army of the Light! I told you! I told you! I told every damn one of you, is that the Army of the Light? I told you! Man, I'm tired of being right.
Has arrived, and so have the players.
Man,
They
I'm
also
tired
will
of
be
being
called on
right.
Light to come and join that battle. Erator, of course, is their child. He also is a paladin. And
Yeah, homie, I'm sorry, but you and this yee ass haircut, like, brother, no.
Erator, of course, is their child. He also is a paladin, and he is very supportive and understanding of both of his parents. He's trying to understand the void influences that Ilaria is dealing with, as well as the strong call to light that his father has. So he's a little bit in the middle of the two. So they are very important to our story.
He's a disciplined paladin.
And of course we have Zalatath.
Oh!
Couldn't go very far
Mwah.
without Zalatath, our very cool villain.
Yes!
She seems to
She's
do
so cool.
whatever she needs to do.
She's such
to
a cool
achieve
villain.
Whatever her goal is. She's now stated what her goal is. She's going to wipe us off the planet. She's going to take Azeroth. She's going to take all the power for herself and bring down Midnight. So looking forward to seeing what's happening with Zalatath. Wasn't really expecting the Army of the Light to show up there, as you could tell. She seemed a little surprised, but she's got plenty of forces, and
Oh, yeah.
she's very powerful at this point.
Yeah, she's got a literal
We also
Void
have
Lord.
Liadrin.
Oh, Liadrin. Mwah.
She is she's the Blood Knight matriarch. She's obviously a very powerful paladin. She's the one who has called upon the light to come and save the day. And she is going to be very important to our efforts to push back the void. She does not have a strong liking for the Amani trolls, and that will become important. We have Orwena, who we met back in the War Within, the Heronir. We met a few of them, not a lot. And as you probably know, we'll be
I can't wait
going
to see
and
more of the
seeing
Heronir.
more about their culture and their race. Orwena is going to have an opportunity to teach us about her people and what
Oh,
they
I
care
can't wait to
about,
learn
what
more
their
about him,
interests
what
are,
about them.
their culture. And she is one of the youngest of her race, actually. She is not an elder. There are elder Heronir,
Okay.
much more knowledgeable and wise. She follows the voice of her goddess, and that has taken her into places that we have been able to find her at last.
Okay.
We have Umbric and the Void Elves. This is an opportunity for the Void Elves to really come into their...
You shouldn't have gone to Reddit, the crap they're saying about Leandra's cinematic model. Listen, anybody that has shit to say about Leandra's cinematic model or that she doesn't look womanly enough, you know what I have to say to that? It's very simple.
own, having been banished essentially from Silvermoon and their kin essentially because of the void taint that they feel that they have. Umbric is...
Dude, the glow up on Umbric! Dude, I love that purple and black and white on him. Void Elves need to get that color scheme going on there. Like, that's some... The man's got drip. The man's got drip.
People together, and he has a lot to contribute to our efforts to face off against the void. We have Zuljara and Zul'Jan, grandchildren of Zul'Jin.
Okay.
Zuljara is the chieftain of the Amani. Zul'Jan is her greatest advisor and brother. They are going to be giving us an opportunity to experience the Amani culture, not as enemies this time, but as sort of friends. They too are having...
It'll be nice to finally possibly mend things with the Amani.
Needless to say, the Blood Elves are uninspired by that request, as they aren't on best of terms. And then we have the Void and the Light, arguably the biggest conflict here.
It's not about that. It's about her not even looking like an elf compared to Xal'atad, Lothar, and Sylvanas. She looked fine. She's a battle-hardened warrior. She's not gonna look like a Disney princess or a Barbie. She looked fine. I thought she was beautiful.
Between two forces,
she's
the
a
Void
knight.
we have been fighting against, the Light we have been fighting with. But, you know, extremes of
I mean,
either
look at her. She's a
are
fucking
problematic,
badass.
as you might imagine. So there will be some issues between the two, and also issues between people that are Void-based, like Void Elves, and the Army of the Light Paladins, for example. So that's another important sort of contrast to watch during Midnight. And now let's look at the really pretty pictures.
Yes,
go
please.
into the culture and zones.
Yes, yes. Let us see this good
our
shit.
first culture to talk about is Blood Elves. Those of you that
Oh my god! Look at that! Look at that! Oh, look at that! Oh my god! Finally, please make these transmoggable items in game. Please! I'm begging you. Please!
don't play Horde may not know a lot about the Blood Elves. This is your opportunity to rectify that. They were High Elves before adopting the name Sin'dorei to represent and...
Oh, y'all, look at that. Look at that. Just look at that. I see that one Forsaken over there. Also, look at these two. Look at these two divas over here. These two babes over here. Look at this, y'all.
reflect upon the death of so many of their own.
God damn, look at the Sunwell. That's just so beautiful. Finally, no more giant, ugly-ass portrait of Kill Jaden.
The Scourge,
oh my god. It's just...
did a
look at
terrible
Eversong!
number on their home area in Eversong and Ghostlands, and they have been recovering ever since. Their need for power, their need for energy and magical strength is well known. They are very, very tied to the Sunwell, which is, of course, exactly what Xal'atath is going after.
Oh, y'all, look at it.
Alpha footage for you that we just captured a couple weeks ago.
Look at that.
I want to point out that there's not a lot of creatures spawned yet because, as I said, we're pre-alpha. But it's looking really good. It's exactly like what you might expect from Eversong. Eversong
this is what we wanted. YouTube, stop being stupid!
Combined into a single zone, Quel'Thalas, because it's a relatively small zone.
Is that Sunstrider Isle? Oh my god, it is. Look at that, y'all. That's just, I love it.
They were small zones back in Classic. And now with skywriting, we want it to feel fun to move through them.
Yes.
But as you can see, you know, it's the usual sorts of architecture that you would expect, the lofty, glistening
Ghostlands.
towers.
I'm noticing with the Ghostlands. Hang on, let me back up here.
Visuals.
I'm noticing with the Ghostlands here. Look here, how some flora and fauna is starting to come back to life here in the Ghostlands. It's not completely, you know, back yet, and it's still very much like a lot of it is probably in ruins here. But you can see some life is starting to crawl back into the Ghostlands.
Sorts of architecture that you would expect, the lofty, glistening towers, the amazing foliage and manicured gardens. And there are some things that have healed. The Dead Scar in particular has totally healed
Yes! Excellent!
and is no longer there.
The Dead Scar
Not
is
all
gone.
parts
Good.
of the zone, however, have healed up. There are still some areas that look a little bit iffy, this being one of them. So yeah, essentially, it's the same place you're used to. If you're a Blood Elf, if not, here's your opportunity to check it out. Check out the zone. Reimagining it was super fun for us. Artists had a great time. Had the opportunity to make it just a little bit bigger, a little bit better, and
Blood of a
increase
Void
the
Elf is better?
fidelity of
Both.
the zone. Hope you'll enjoy it. We're going to move on now.
Okay.
And this is Silver Moon
Oh
City.
my God!
It is enormous. I would say that because it's a hub city, there's a small section
Look
of
at
Silver
that.
Moon that's been set aside as a sanctuary area where Horde and Alliance share that
That's look at that Hawkstrider. That's some new textures on that Hawkstrider. Look at that.
space. But the majority of the city is Horde, and
Love that Horde symbol.
Alliance is kill on sight, as you would expect. Essentially, our world building team had a wonderful time. It's all new assets.
courtyard.
The city walls are all brand new, all to top fidelity. Everything has been remade. We've got places you'll recognize. You should feel real nostalgia if you've had any experience here. We have Murder's Row, which you're going to see a dungeon related to that as well.
Oh, I can't wait to see the new Murder
But
Row.
overall, it's the same glorious, wonderful Silver Moon you love, but with much, much better, much more recent fidelity art. And once this stuff gets filled in with our spawning, it's going to look amazing.
Yes.
And yeah, there's a little void storm problem going on. And
Little bit.
let's talk about the Amani, because
Yes.
they're the next culture we're going to want to talk about. They were previously enemies. If you happen to be around and played the
I do see they're using like the orc skeleton for this. I did notice that. But then again, Amani are kind of like, they're kind of on the bigger side when it comes to trolls.
raid in Zulaman.
They're kind of on the bigger
And you're
side, you know.
familiar with the
So
Amani
I
and,
kind of get why they're doing that.
Sort of their
Yes, Amani
their
are very
culture.
big.
We've had an opportunity to expand them because we created an entire zone for them now. They are very proud people. They worked very hard to get their land. They had some important work to do. The Zandalari basically said, well, you can have that land if you defeat this, giant, evil, horrible thing. And so they did that. And they were a great empire for a period of time, but they've fallen sort of into a lesser status now. They've sort of lost their touch with the Loa. They're not as close to them. And,
Interesting.
being right on the border and having a lot of conflict with the Blood Elves makes this
Yes.
a little tricky for them. They, too, are
Very-
having some void problems.
Very tricky history with the two of them.
This is Ulaman. We've built the entire zone out. You will see the raid space. It still exists. Those of you that did that raid will recognize those buildings, I expect. This is a very old forest, very tall mountains. It's temperate. It rains a fair bit. It's got eagle, lynx, janalai. It's got a dragonhawk, bear, Loa, temples still, but the Amani haven't been really worshiping the Loa for a long time. A lot of stuff is overgrown.
Fuck Garathos. Fuck that guy. I'm so glad he dead. He's dead.
And abandoned. And Zuljara is going to need to find a way to help her people survive the void onslaught that is coming for them. As you can see where the void has come in, it's not looking quite so good. And let's move on to the Heronir. So we met the Heronir
Oh.
early on. And
Y'all, look at them. Look at them, y'all. Look at them. Dude, they look so damn cool. I love it. Like, you can see an elfish nature about them, but they definitely have more of a troll look to them. Almost like, maybe more of the ancestors of the elves kind of thing they're going with here,
in the War Within, but we weren't really sure what they were about. We didn't know their story, and we didn't know their connection really to the rest of the world. We'd never seen them before.
Okay.
They're ancient guardians of the Rootways, and they're led actually by a council of elders. They have a very direct connection with their goddess, and Orwena has a very strong direct connection, in fact, with the goddess, which led her to leave her people. And go out into the outside world, something that they don't tend to do and they don't really look kindly upon. So, as you probably have heard, they are unlocked as an allied race. You'll be able to make your very own Heronir. We're going to have...
Oh, they look fucking cool. Look at them. They look so fucking cool. God, the women are pretty. Holy shit. I love the wild look to them. That bottom left one. Yeah, dude, it looks badass. Holy shit, man. They look great. They look great. What do y'all think? Yeah. What do y'all think? Y'all like? Yeah, I do too. They look cool.
Have great customizations for them. They look pretty awesome. I have to say, I've seen the Druid forms. We weren't able to show those yet.
Okay.
They are really awesome. One of them
Savage
is a
Beauty,
pangolin,
yes.
which just looks amazing. They are prone to wearing this bioluminescent paint, and they have different kinds of patterns they can put on their faces and chests. So
Okay.
really cool looking, really awesome. Not really elves, not really trolls. Those of you that have kind of seen them previously, played in the War Within, know that they take a bat form when they want to travel.
Yeah.
So that's the Heronir and their customizations. And this is the zone, Herondar. It is a fungal jungle place. And
Yeah, there's definitely some
it
Avatar
has
inspiration,
the-
which is not a bad
the-
thing.
All of the roots of the world trees
That looks
all
cool.
converge here. All
She said all of the roots of the world tree converge here. Oh.
are twisted up in this area, this pocket area, which isn't really directly connected to anything. The people, the Heronir
Trees,
travel
yes.
through the rootways themselves, so they're able to move around the world.
That's really
One
cool.
of the interesting things about this zone is it has a place called the Rift of Ulm, and from the Rift of
Remember how I said midnight is like BC? Herondir is Zangramarsh. Looks a lot like Zangramarsh. It's true.
Ulm will issue forth creatures that their goddess dreams. And sometimes they are horrific and horrible things. And some members of the Heronir take an oath, give up their connection to the goddess, and serve as wardens of that place, preventing those horrible creatures from attacking.
Cool.
They also have this place called the Den of Echoes, which we're looking at now. This is where the Heronir remember their past through paintings, and you will have an opportunity to learn some of those stories by interacting with those paintings. And let's talk a little bit about the Void, since we also have that as a culture.
Loving these new void creatures. Seen these, of course, before. But, this one, very Shaw-like in design. But these new ones right here, dude, these look so fucking cool.
You can see people you recognize on one side and people you probably recognize less on the other side. Void creatures in general are very predatory. They are interested in eating anything smaller and weaker than themselves and taking that power. The Dominar, which are sort of the strongest, are a bit different. They are very, very intelligent, very smart. And the Dominar actually have a bit of a hierarchy that they've developed, again, through conquest, through, beating on and dominating others. And you will deal with Dominar as one of the stronger representatives of the Void. Of course, Xalatath is part of this group.
Naturally.
Cultists who follow Xalatath and follow the Void. We've already seen the Shadow Guard as well. There's even cute little ones, but they will try to eat you, so don't think that they're all that cute. And this is Voidstorm. This is a mysterious world that has been formed by the Void. Everything here is hungry. Everything will eat you given opportunity. This is all about gaining power, becoming stronger, becoming more powerful, and eating the next thing. Essentially, we have a big raid here in Voidstorm. This is where
everyone eats
we
everyone.
will face off against the Void with the Army of Light and attempt to make sense of what's going on here. But there are some gorgeous pictures. I would say the best blues and purples ever, probably, happening right here. But generally speaking, a really, really cool zone to explore.
I can't wait.
And you can be pretty sure that they're enemies, all of them. All right, and I'm going to hand off to Ian for delves, dungeons, and raids. Thanks, all.
Thank you, Maria. Yeah, all those amazing zones that you just saw, of course, are going to contain delves, dungeons, and raids. So really, delves are one of our proudest additions to War Within, and they are, of course, here to stay.
Good.
And so you have 10 new delves coming with Midnight,
Good.
scattered across these zones. I think we've learned a lot of lessons. We've taken feedback on what worked and what didn't. And so these are going to have all
Delves
the same
have been one
layers
of the best
variety
additions
and
to the game.
replayability that you knew
They
in the
really
War
have
Within,
been.
But more layouts, more enemies that we found work better in this format, and less of those that don't. A couple of these delves are actually going to be outdoor spaces where you can use your ground mounts to get around more easily.
Okay.
And we're really happy to be able to integrate them into the stories of the zones, because now that they're such a proven format, we can really have quests lead you through them more regularly.
Cool.
Now, of course, in addition to these 10 delves, there is an 11th Nemesis delve, where you will track down the Nemesis that has been plaguing you over the course of the first season. And taking the place of Bran Bronzebeard will be a new companion.
Hell
Our
yeah!
good friend Valera Sanguinar.
Hell yeah!
Now, she will aid you in many of the same
That's
ways
what
as
I'm
Bran,
talking
and
about.
hopefully stand in fewer things that you'd
I love
prefer
her.
she not stand in. So, dungeons. We have 8 new dungeons coming in Midnight. 4 level up, 4 max level. And again, these we always try to showcase fun
Windrunner
gameplay
Spire,
and innovative
Magister's
looks
Terrace,
at the dungeon
Murder
format.
Row. Hell
We'll
yeah.
be returning to Magister's Terrace, which has really been reimagined and expanded from last we saw it. We'll visit some new locations that weren't accessible before, including a balcony overlooking the Sunwell itself. When we go to Murder Row, a corner of Silvermoon, I think for Court of Stars fans back from Legion, there's some of those vibes here, as we're actually going in undercover to investigate rumors of the use of fell magic within the walls of Silvermoon.
Okay.
And before we know it, we're going to be plunged into combat, and the dungeon will unfold from there. Another favorite is the Void Scar Arena in the Voidstorm. Here, at the whims of one of the Dominar that Maria was just mentioning, combatants from around the universe come together to kind of battle to the death for the pleasure of the Dominar, and we're going to be thrown into that arena as part of this dungeon. And don't worry, especially in Mythic Plus, as waves come at you, you can control the pace of the waves.
Okay.
Of course, we're going to have a mix of 4 of these dungeons, as well as 4 returning fan favorites in the first season of Midnight. But unlike in War Within, all 8 of these dungeons will be available in Mythic 0 during that pre-season period right at launch.
Okay.
Another fun dungeon that we'll be venturing into is Windrunner Spire, where for those of you, particularly lore fans out there,
Yeah!
we're going to get to learn more about the family history and the tragic background of the Windrunner family. This is a wing dungeon with plenty of mysteries to uncover. Now in Midnight,
Can't
we have
wait.
not 1, not 2, but 3 separate raid zones that will be rolling out over the course of the first season. Here you
Remember what he said there. 3 different raids just in season 1. Woo!
see the Void Spire in the Void Storm, which is that stronghold of power where we're going to need to assault Xalatath. This is a 6-boss raid. But alongside it, there will also be the Dream Rift, a 1-boss raid in Harinar.
Okay.
And then
Hey, no, I'm glad they're going to be doing that. 1-boss raids. We used to have those back in the day. Holy shit, this expansion really is Burning Crusade 2.0.
shortly after that, we'll be able to take
Holy
the fight
shit, it
back
really
to
is.
the Sunwell and the Gates of Silvermoon
Yes.
in the March on Keldanas.
Hell than us.
So really excited to have
Hell
different
yes.
environments, different settings, and really integrate the raids into the stories that we're telling more than ever before.
I'm okay with that
Because
too.
story mode, all players can experience these epic moments, and we can offer a wider range of environments for guilds to challenge themselves against. So that is a quick look at the world, the setting, and what's coming in Midnight. Thank you, Gamescom.
Okay, what I want to see now is Midnight Housing Showcase. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Let me see. 10 hours? Good fucking God. Good fucking God. Good God. That's a lot. Yeah, let me see if I can skip around here.
Experience. The way they're connecting all the collections to professions and to questing and to going back and doing all the
Oh yeah, no, I think this is a solid look. So now you went with more of a
We'll kind of jump around a little bit is what we'll do.
Blood Elf theme, yeah.
Yeah, I'm showing off my Horde Pride. I think it was for the faction. Even though I'm a gnome, I'm really big on my Banshee Queen. So we got the banners
There
up.
you go.
We got Silver Moon kind of theme and layout, and yeah, feeling good about it.
So can you explain the bed? It's a big bed.
Yeah, it's comfortable.
Big comfy bed.
Yeah, it's enough room for my wife and I, and can game and stream, and just needed a place
Yeah.
to kind of rest after long streaming hours.
All right.
Is this basically like your life in a nutshell, where you just work out, stream, sleep?
Yeah. This is kind of the dream setup. Like I have, like, we haven't made this yet, but like the stream would be here in the dream.
Goodness, let's
God
mix it up
damn.
with
Hi,
a
Tally.
new look. What's it going to be this time? A home that captures the spirit of your favorite expansion. So I'm
possible space to work with, like an arena, much like the arena and hall that we are in right now.
He's going to have to give himself some good columns there to hide
Okay.
behind at certain points.
So there we go. We've got some Belemeth platforms. We've got a Gilnean stone wall.
Nice.
Right. So all these assets are kind of tied to
Okay.
certain.
That's a
factions,
big
certain
space. Yeah,
places.
y'all. That's a big space to work with right there. Look at that. That's a big space.
Certain items, certain characters, but of course you'll be able to use them as you wish and really make your home feel as
They have a
stylized
grid
and
layout
different
on
as you
there.
like. So here we go, a Silver Moon round platform, right? So you're talking about kind of building those elven kind of gazebos and rotundas. It's nice. They're giving you the pizza
Free
slices
move
here
and
just
snap
to,
right
like,
there.
really
Yeah.
build your own things, and I feel like it's a nice balance, right? You're not going to be left completely in the dark. You're not going to be.
Oh, that's just one
struggling
room. Look at that. Look to the right over there.
I think there's a nice balance of inspiration and starting pieces versus things that you can kind of craft.
Yeah, that
into
was just
your own
one.
thing.
That was just
I
a
feel
room.
like we're getting some Pandaria
That was
vibes
one
in
room
here.
there, y'all.
Absolutely.
Oh, nice. Oh, look at that. Is that a cart? We've got like a noodle
Yeah,
cart.
we've got a noodle cart in there. We've
In the
got a
house.
bar with some nice stoves.
Beautiful.
Good Mr. Pandaria style rugs as well. Is this the look you would go for? Because
Good.
something you want from your home.
Nice.
I think that would be lovely. I'm a big fan of bringing
Yeah,
Gonna skip ahead a little
BFA
bit.
setup
Yeah.
where one
It's a
side is
circular
Alliance,
room.
one side is Horde,
Right?
and then there's a burning tree in the center.
Ooh.
Oh,
How
that's
cool would that be?
terrible.
You could just place a tree and then put like a fire effect on
Yeah,
it, right?
absolutely.
Like one item. I'm presuming
But blame him. And you know what? Later on, it was kind of.
just gravitated to jump out at you.
We got a couple of.
Okay.
Are we doing?
What? Looks like
And
now.
there we go. You can see we've got.
Jump ahead a little bit here. Yeah.
see some of the cooldowns being saved. It looks
Okay. Oh, now they're getting into the PvP stuff there. So yeah. Damn, y'all, housing looks so fucking cool, bro. That looks so fucking cool. My God, y'all. It looks so fucking cool. I cannot fucking wait. I cannot fucking wait. Y'all. I mean, and what if you get stuff like forges for other stuff? Well, one thing I did read was, or I found out as well, was, let's say you've been playing for many, many years like I have. You know, we're talking Classic, Wrath, Burning Crusade, stuff like that. You've been playing for a very long time. They did confirm that you will retroactively gain stuff for your house based on your achievements that you have gotten over the years, which is just wonderful. That is a really awesome thing for them to do. Like they really, they didn't have to do that. Yeah, that's sick. Yeah, that's awesome is what that is. Like they didn't have to do that, but the fact that they are, like, it's gonna make players that have put all this time into the game, like, it's gonna make it like worth it, you know. Yeah, let's look at some of the shorts here. I wonder if there's any Warlock class stuff like Demon Skull. Oh, I'm sure there will be. Yeah, because you gotta remember, we haven't even seen the tip of the iceberg with this shit. Like this, we're barely scraping the surface with what we'll be able to do. See, let's look at this one. See, he can put that window anywhere. See, this is the other thing I really like. They really are giving you ultimate freedom with this. Like, 14s is very restrictive with how you set up stuff in your house. But what they've said they're doing with WoW housing, they're basically saying, go bananas. Let's see this one.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna make my streaming room if I was streaming in WoW. Oh my god, guys, there's so many things! Silver moon table, campfire, indoor campfire, scale! Oh!
What?
Oh my god, this is perfect. Oh my god! Let's make the upside down room!
Yeah, you can do this!
Oh my god, you can put this on tables, I think. Oh god, okay, this project
You can make, she made the house up, she put the furniture on the roof. Dude! See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You have, the freedom you're gonna have with this is just fucking cool, man.
More complicated than I initially thought. There we go. It's upside down now, and then we move it up. Oh my god, we did it. Look at that. This is the part where you snap to grid if in case you want that. Yeah, so this is more snapping, so it's easier for those who just want things to be a bit more automated. Wait, how do you add rooms? Oh. Oh my god.
Yo.
That is crazy.
And you get different rooms. What the fuck, bro?
Okay, guys, I'm gonna make my streaming room if I was
Holy
streaming WoW.
shit!
Oh. Oh my.
Y'all. I'm sorry. This blows 14's housing system out of the water. Like, and the best thing is, y'all, you get it just by getting it. You just get it just by playing the game. You don't have to bid and fight for it. You just get it. Like, this is what 14's housing system needs to be. This is what it needs to be. Instanced housing. It needs to be this. The old system that they have right now, it doesn't cut it anymore. Like, and the fact that it's going to be, you can have it in neighborhoods, or like you can be off somewhere by yourself. You know? Like, y'all, this is what it needs to be. Like, this is fucking incredible. Let me see. Yeah, look at that. You can add, the rooms can be all kinds of different shapes and sizes. Plus, you can add, you know, upper levels or lower levels. Like, y'all. Like, this is fucking incredible. This is fucking incredible. It really does.
Okay, guys.
Also, if you're coming in here just to shit on things, you in the wrong stream, buddy.
After 20 years, you can finally make your very own customizable home in Azeroth. Let's break down the details. First, neighborhoods. All homes exist in neighborhoods, which are these larger instance clusters of houses. You can choose a neighborhood with your friends or join a public one. Guild neighborhoods scale with guild size, while charter neighborhoods cap at 50 homes for tighter-knit communities. Each faction has a neighborhood inspired by their main capital city, Stormwind or Orgrimmar. You'll be able to fully customize this home in an endless variety of ways. You can add furniture and trophies you earn while questing, or find crafted items on the auction house. You can even fully adjust the layout and number of floors. Create a cozy cottage or your own battle arena. Up to you. Neighborhoods will also have shared endeavors. These monthly activities allow neighborhoods to complete achievements and unlock rewards together. You can unlock themed decorations and even bring NPCs into your own neighborhood.
All this and more coming to World of Warcraft Midnight in 2026.
Y'all, this is gonna be fucking cool. This is gonna be so fucking cool. This is gonna be so fun. Can you choose the zone where you want to build your house? Now that I don't know. Did anybody in the chat, did they say about like where is the zone going to be? You know, that's going to be. I think they said at some point that it's just going to be out in the world somewhere. You know, it's not yet. It's fixed by faction. Okay, so there will be like a designated area at some point or whatever. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think they've said. They have not specified yet. Okay, so they have not specified that just yet. And y'all, we have to remember, this is the first time they're going to be implementing this. First time they're going to be implementing something like this. You know what? Actually, here.
Hello and welcome to Gamescom Studio here on IGN. We were talking about the outfit.
Back setting. It is tough.
And keep listening and make so.
Kind of we just set
housing
plots with a.
Something that we craft able to.
That to me is the.
Does. Broadly when they get their hands on this. Within the team over the last few months, so many of us have taken our cracks at self-expression. Some of the artists on our team can do absolutely incredible things that blow my mind.
Yeah.
But that's just, you know, a few dozen developers tinkering.
Do I think they might put a housing neighborhood in every world zone? That probably is the end goal.
100%, 100%. And for anyone who's uneasy, this is not player housing that like costs money for your house. You don't pay rent. You're not going to get kicked out if you don't stop by your house regularly.
No. Your house is your.
Thank God. Thank fucking God. Yo, those were big time shots fired. Yeah, they were.
House.
It's fair.
All right.
Yep.
That's great. Great to hear that.
Yeah. Your move, 14. Yeah. Your move. Really.
Now player housing isn't the.
Look, I love 14, but their housing system fucking sucks. The fact that I have to stay subbed or my FC loses our large is fucking bullshit. This might force 14 to change. I hope so.
Only new feature that we're getting.
I hope
it's
so.
Probably the biggest. I think fair to say the most exciting, biggest new feature. I'd like to talk about Prey. This looks really intriguing. We saw a teeny bit of it in the trailer. What can you tell us about Prey?
This is an awesome new content layer for players who love playing in the outdoor world as opposed to dungeons or raids. They like questing, they like exploring, and this is kind of an extra layer of activity to spice things up a little bit. So before you go out to quest or to adventure, you can check in Silvermoon and Murder Row and see what available contracts there are, what dangerous foes are out there that need to be hunted down. But of course, when you claim a contract, word is going to get out, and they're going to try to hunt you as well. And so
that's going to be fun.
You'll have a series of conflicts with this adversary of your choice as you adventure, culminating in a final showdown where hopefully you triumph and make progress towards getting both power rewards and a wide range of cosmetics.
That's going to be fun.
All right, that's so neat. And is that in a set location, or are you kind of,
It's throughout the worlds of Midnight. So you're going to get these contracts in Silvermoon, but then regardless of whichever 4 zones you're going to, whether you're in Eversong Woods, down in Harrendar, or elsewhere, the hunt is on.
Okay, all right. Now,
feels
like
feels kind of like the notable enemies from Assassin's Creed Origins and Odyssey. Feels like a more in-depth hunt. Yeah, except they can hunt you down as well instead of, oh, here's the monster, go kill it.
Warcraft, the Midnight expansion, is like the middle chapter of the World Soul Saga.
Yeah, that's the other thing, y'all. This is just the middle chapter of the trilogy. Can you imagine the shit they're probably going to pull off in The Last Titan?
Like, what's the...
There will never be a WoW 2. They're turning WoW into WoW 2.
Storytelling challenge to do, like, the middle chapter.
Buddy, over on YouTube, you need to chill.
Like, the second part of a 3-part story.
To chill.
I honestly don't believe so. I mean, I think what we've found is each one of these storylines exists solely on their own. So, even when we say a second chapter of the World Soul Saga, I don't even think we need to say that, because Xalatath is an epic villain. And so we are now going to be focused on Midnight very much.
Yes. All right. Cool. That's some good shit right there, man. That's some good shit right there. Wait, what is this? Feast your eyes on the newest Demon Hunter spec.
A new 3rd Demon Hunter spec is coming to World of Warcraft Midnight. Here's what you need to know. The new spec is called Devourer. Devourers utilize ranged, cosmic, and void powers to rip soul fragments from their enemies and fuel their spells. As a fast and fluid ranged DPS spec, Devourers find a perfect balance between chaos and control. In your toolkit, you'll find a voidified metamorphosis. The twist is, it now lasts as long as you feed it with souls. The hunt is now void charged, marking targets and unleashing a series of cosmic attacks. Then there's Reap, a sweeping scythe attack that consumes all your soul fragments in one huge burst of damage. You build up, then you cash in. Finally, you have Void Ray, a piercing ray of void energy
that
and
looks so goddamn
star,
cool.
channeling the death of a star into a huge blast that grows stronger the more you use it during metamorphosis. So stay tuned for more as we close in on the 2020
Demon. The only thing I want with the Devourer is give it to the Nightborn as well. Yeah, that's about the only thing I would have to say. Otherwise, goddamn, that looks fucking cool. That looks fucking cool, bro. Let's hope that someone didn't forget that. Well, it won't hit you in the raid, but what is that added to my alt slot? Oh yeah, like we're probably about to see an influx of demon hunters. Which is great. Demon hunters are fun. That's fun. They're a fun They're a fun class to play. They really are. They really, really are. They really are. They really are, man. Good shit. Good shit. Alrighty, guys and girls. Well, I was gonna do some delves tonight, but it is 11 o'clock, and so I gotta start winding. I know I kind of started a little bit late here tonight, so do apologize for that. But I am gonna kind of wind down. Gonna go ahead and start winding down for the night, and I will be back tomorrow to play some WoW with everybody. And on Saturday, me and the grade team are going to jump back into the Mana Forge. We're progging on normal mode right now. We've gotten down 3 bosses, and we're probably going to kill boss number 4 and go from there. All right. Thanks for coming by tonight, guys and girls. I know it wasn't a very long stream, but I appreciate you coming by all the same. Thank you to Junior D and Official and Toy Bounty Hunter for the follows. Drethan, thank you for 33 months. on Twitch. Dahlia, thank you for the raid. And on the YouTube side of things, thank you to Covidin. Thank you for the $50 super chat, bro. And I'll catch you guys later. I'll see you tomorrow for some World of Warcraft on a Friday night. Peace out and stay shway.